in real life, these two people having a dialogue conversation as themselves without, I'm not, I was gonna say without the cameras on, but you know what I mean, without the TV cameras on to make it salacious, just real talk conversation. The love that these two have, I think you can love somebody and make I can't think of the word, make exceptions for them, right? Maybe you really want somebody. For a perfect example, we'll use this excuse. Maybe when you were younger, you had this fantasy Barbie life that my husband's going to be here beside me and we're going to raise this kid together. We're going to lay in bed in the middle of the night and we both going to be patting the baby. There's going to be, and that was your dream in 30s and 40s, but you're about to be 50. Your 50-year-old family don't look the same way your 30-year-old family looks. And you have to be realistic with that. If that was the case, you should have married one of these other people. Think about your mate and who your mate is.
Yeah.
If your mate is a traveling basketball, whatever celebrity who has a particular type of a life and schedule, when you go into this relationship, you know that this is who this person is and what they have. I think we take unrealistic men and women. This is not, I know we're talking about Nelly and Ashanti, but we could be talking about Ashanti and Nelly. It could be a man and a woman or a woman and a man. We all take sometimes unrealistic expectations into situations. And they change as we evolve. You're older. You should have a different opinion and view of this situation at this point. But I don't know. I'm more realistic. I don't get caught up in like the fantasies and stuff. Like, this is the situation. This is what's been here. And how are we going to deal with this right here? I know this is what I thought it was going to be. And I know this is how I planned for it. And I know this is how I dreamed it. But this is where we are today. We didn't get married in our 20s and 30s. We got married in our 40s and 50s. You got 6 kids. We got da-da-da. What does family look like now? How are we blending this now? Where's his other kids at?
Yeah. Grown. Probably with their own kids. Grown. So, Dr. Alicia, what was your thought on this think piece about her settling and why she was settling? The only thing I see is I think he's a Trump supporting buffoon. That's the only thing that I don't like about Nelly is his political stance and him coming out and standing on top of the business. I don't even know how I would cringe sitting next to him with him being as vocal as he is. But as far as whatever they got going on in a relationship, like, what are your thoughts on her settling?
I'm not certain I would call this settling. I think, the best way for a man to protect his wife is not just with money. His job is to protect her feelings. I think for a marriage to work, you have to put the marriage first. You have to make sure that you and your partner are on the same page and that you continue to have this conversation so that everybody feels heard, listened, respected, compromise, flexibility. Those are all key words that make a relationship work. When you get into a situation and that person is dismissing you and you come up with an agreement and maybe you change your mind about the agreement, it's okay to do that. Say, I really thought this is what I wanted it to be, but now it doesn't feel right to me. It is hard having a baby. Your body doesn't look the same. You feel insecure about your body. It doesn't operate like how it used to. It takes some time. And you need to have, physical touch and love and care from your partner. And if you don't have that, it can make you feel really bad about yourself. Postpartum is not just physical, it's emotional too.